You have a women's empowerment conference coming up, a
Mm-hmm.
one day conference, and it's a master class. What was the reason? What inspired you to do this? Because we have so many women empowerment, conferences, seminars that go on, especially here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was your reason? Why did you want to do one?
Well, basically, in my group of friends, I'm like the one that's always like, yo, man, you need to do this, that. And, I've helped some people to make some very lucrative decisions. And they're always like, Candy, you should do a class, and telling me that I should do something to where I can help other women. And so we decided to do it.
Okay, all right. So just as a woman who's created an empire and still creating, I'm sure you have plenty more great ideas coming up
Yep.
that we should be looking out for. What has been your most difficult task or most difficult project that you've had to work on as a businesswoman?
My most difficult. Okay, well, I would have to say when we first did the play, not when we let the promoter take over from what everybody's seeing on the show this season, but when we first did the play ourselves the first time, that was, um, it wasn't difficult in a bad way. It was difficult in a good way, meaning that it took a lot to do it and get it done, but we got it done in record time. Like, basically, um, from creating it to putting it all together, and from the time it hit the stage, it took us only 3 months. Like, I wrote every song, wrote the script, had the set built, everything within 3 months. Hired the cast, rehearsal, everything. So most people say that it takes like a year, 2 years to do something like that. So it was exciting.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So even after the issue with the promoter came along.
That was a separate situation.
Oh, okay.
Because basically, when I did it the first time, we did it here in Atlanta, and we were our own promoters. We put up the money ourselves. We, paid for promotions and had the commercials going. We did all that stuff ourselves. But we didn't have the experience to take it across the country. So that's why we decided to take on a promoter and ask a promoter to be a part of what we was doing. And with that situation, when the promoter took over, basically they were the ones who were hiring the promotions team and getting the commercials and stuff like that. And things didn't really go the way that they were supposed to. But for me, it was a learning experience because I feel like whenever I'm hands on with something, I know it's gonna go a certain way. But the times that I've seen like things go wrong in business situations that went wrong, it was when I kind of like let the other person just take total control, and I felt like, oh, okay, well they got it, and that's when it don't be like that. It doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How important is it to have your own or to have a secure financial plan before starting a business?
Oh, that's extremely important because money pretty much can make or break your business. I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make when they first start the business is like they only think enough money to get it going.
Right.
But they don't think about how you have to continue to reinvest in your business to continue everything and to make the business keep going. You have to keep reinvesting in yourself. I've seen so many people shut down in the first year of business, because a lot of times, like what happens is they get the business up, so they already, you in the hole when you start the company, right? But a lot of times you have to realize most businesses stay in the hole in the first 2 years of business. So, but what happens, a lot of people, once they start making a little money from the business, they forget that you're just making back what you already spent. You know what I mean? And then instead of reinvesting it back into their sales, whether it's to promote it to promote whatever business you got or whatever, so upkeep, whatever, they start spending it on themselves. So they start spending it on, oh, I'm gonna buy me a new car. Oh, we made this much this week. I'm gonna buy this. And then the next thing you know, you don't have the money to continue the operation.
Right. So would you advise a female business owner or male, it doesn't matter, to seek out investors for the business?
Yes. I mean, well, it depends on how much control you want to give up.
Right.
You know, if you like for me, if I'm investing, then I want a good little piece of control in that situation. And a lot of people, when it's your baby, your business is your baby. A lot of people don't want to give up control. I don't want to give up control of my situation, so it's just like, it depends. If you don't mind giving up, a lot of control in your situation, it depends on how much money you're going to be able to get, Now, an investor can help you take things to the next level, because sometimes, whether it be, some people may, have a good thing going and they just need more money to put into the marketing or into the promotions. The problem that I hate is when people first starting out a business and they act like they don't have nothing to invest. Well, if you have nothing to invest in your idea, to me that says a lot about you. To me, that says you're living above your means, and to me that says you'll probably mess up my money if I gave it to you. Right. Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if we, first thing with a business, a lot of times, I mean, like I said, it depends on what type of business it is, but you need to have investment capital. So whether it be, even if you're starting out small, it's like, okay, I'm starting out small, so first thing, an online business can make you some money, right? But you gotta have money to invest to get a nice website. A lot of people won't even invest in a good website for their own self. Say they ain't got no money. You ain't got $1,000 to invest in yourself, but that means that you need to downsize your living expenses. So if you living in Buckhead, you might need to move to East Point or College Park for a little while, so that extra couple $100 you spending on the rent to stay that place, you can be putting it to the side for your business. Or maybe that car you got is too much. You need to downsize and stop worrying about this image until you get the amount of money you need to start your business on.
Right. One of the things that you guys are going to cover is sexism in the business. With you being in entertainment, I know you come across that so much, and have been, because it's a male-dominated industry.
Mm-hmm.
How can a woman that's coming into the entertainment industry try to stay clear from certain things happening?
Well, I mean, you're always gonna get approached with certain things, no matter what business you're in. If you are a woman, and especially if you're an attractive woman, you always gonna have some type of somebody trying to get at you. But you gotta learn how to balance the whole situation, meaning never allow somebody to feel like so comfortable with you to where they feel like, one, that this is just gonna turn into a sexual relationship, or two, that they don't have to value your opinion as much because you are a woman. And that's a lot of the problem. I think it's kind of sad that, like, in the entertainment industry, if I go to an event where it's a whole bunch of successful music veterans, typically it's only a handful of women in that room. And it's unfortunate, but true. And so for me, it's just like, it's always like that balance, because you don't want to be too hard to where people are like, oh, she's a bitch,
right.
And then you don't want to be too soft to where they feel like they can just try you or get away with stuff because you're a woman.
Right.
So it's that balance.
Okay, all right. Do you think it's difficult for women to be business partners?
Two women?
I mean, it could be two women, three women, going into business together.
You saying it's not a man and woman, but a woman and woman?
Two women, yes.
I can say that can be a problem at times. Now, with me and my business partner, Peaches, she and I have done well together because I kind of like let her do what she wants to do. So it's not like, because she had clothing stores and stuff before, and that's another thing I always tell people: if you're gonna go into business, go into business with somebody who has some knowledge about that field or whatever it is you're trying to go in. Don't just say I got some money and oh my cousin Pookie, we finna go start this restaurant together. Like no. But so anyway, I started the business with Peaches because she had done it before. Now we have been friends for a long time, and so I think we work well together because I'm not too on top
micromanaging.
I'm not micromanaging her. But I've seen some bad situations when two women work together. And I hate to say this, but me personally, I prefer to have male employees more so than women. And for me, it's because women get so sensitive and emotional about every damn thing. Now, I know people watch me on the show and they think that I'm an emotional person, but let's be clear. I'm emotional when it comes to my family. I'm emotional when it comes to my close friends or something, that's important to me in that way. But when it comes to business, I am not emotional. And I can be harsh and aggressive, which is night and day of how I am with my family. Like with them, I'm laid back, whatever you like, whatever you need. But when it comes to business, I can be an asshole at times, So when it's like people working for me, it's like I want it done now, and I don't want to hear all that junk you got to say about it. Like I don't want to hear you coming back and like just do it, And I think, like say for instance, I have my friend working for me, and she's a female, and it took her a minute to get used to it, of not just being my friend. When she was Kandi's friend, life was hunky dory, but when she started working for me, it just became like, totally different. Yes, because it's like I want things a certain way, and I don't want all those excuses, and I don't want you crying, and I don't want to hear all that, So I think that's when the female thing goes a bit much.
Right. And I totally agree. I prefer having males work for me as well.
Okay, so you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. As far as the panelists go, can you just briefly talk about the panelists and why you choose those women to be on your panel?
Sure. Let me pull out my things. I can remember everybody that's on the panel. Okay. So, now we're adding a couple more people than what's on the flyer, but I wanted to have women who have had business or started business from the ground up and have been successful. You know what I mean? So I have Mona Scott Young. I think she's dope. And I know some people, I hear people judge her based off of, the show she produces is not positive. But we're talking about business here. Yeah. We're not talking about a reality show. We're talking about business, and we're talking about the fact that when she set her out to do something, like she went from music business, being able to start from the ground up in the music industry as a manager and do so many things to, having, if you can make other people millions of dollars, then you need to be telling me something. Right. You know what I mean? So she's done that, and then she also, is successful in television production. Now she's employing all these different people, through television. Right. And then she has Mixed Moscato. And so all of these are her brainchilds that she started and taking them from the beginning to the end, and they're big. So that's why I look up to her, as a mentor myself. I have Dr. Kim. She's a motivational speaker. And when I tell you she's amazing, we've had her twice to come speak at our Bedroom Candy conventions, and every time when I tell you, people leave there uplifted after she's finished. Like, I say she had to be there, so we bringing her. Then Andra Hall, who has Candy Cakes, which to me, she's a woman who started a business. That was her love, baking and whatever, and she's turned into a successful business. Now she has multiple stores in different states. She's doing her thing. Brandy Hunter, she's a realtor. She's an excellent realtor. She's mine. We've gotten multiple properties through her, and she's doing her thing. And she's a single mom with 3 boys. And so she's definitely one when people be trying to tell me, oh, I got kids, I don't know if I can. Like, I see Brandy doing multi-million-dollar business, and she had these 3 boys that she's raising by herself. You know, she's a widow, and she's still maintaining it all. So she was a great person to put on the panel, as well as Malik. Malik has Curl Box, and I've been knowing her before she even started that business. And so to see where she was, and she was a publicist, and then she decided, you know, she wanted to have her own business, and she used her skills of how she promoted other people and used that for her own business. And now her Curl Box company is booming, like she's making crazy money with that. So all these women have a lot to offer.
Okay, all right. So what do you want the attendees at the end of the day to leave from your master class? Leave with?
Well, first of all, I hope they leave with the beginning do's and don'ts.
Okay.
You know, of how to get their business jumped off and get it going. I hope they learn some things of how to continue to promote and build. I hope they leave with some new connections, as well as I hope I can connect with some people there. I plan on taking 3 women from the seminar and hopefully partner with them with their business. Okay. So if it's like, you know, some people that are just getting started, or maybe they're early in the game but they just need help taking it to the next level, then I'm hoping to partner with 3 people from this seminar. So that's gonna be a major thing, because I want to show the growth of what happens from we started this day, and be able to show the
like
world.
Shark Tank.
Like Shark Tank. She said the same thing. Yeah, basically. That's what I really want to do.
Right.
So, that, and then as well as, you know, some people may have not even started their business yet and just need motivation.